We will give you a movie seen in Spanish. You have to name the movie, and if you do, you win the Corona Prize Pack.
Now, if you were listening yesterday, you may have heard that the very first player, very first movie, was a fluent Spanish speaker.
Yeah. And
knocked it right out of the park.
He
instantly.
did, and that.
What are the odds?
I didn't mind it. They're just, it's not like it's not cheating, of course.
No.
But yesterday, now this is not today's, but we played yesterday. It was Jaws.
Gritas barracuda. Y todo el mundo dice, bueno, ¿y qué? Gritas tiburón. Y cunde el pánico y adiós temporada de verano.
Fantastic.
Took him less than half a second.
Yeah,
that's Jaws.
He's like, oh, that's Jaws. Yeah. Clearly Jaws. Now, let's ask Wesley. Wesley, do you speak fluent Spanish?
Absolutely not.
Okay. All right. That's good. I think that's good.
Yes.
Here's
a little more of a sporting chance.
yes. Here's the. Everybody else gets a shot here. Here is the movie in question. Listen closely.
Qué grande. ¿Qué es un zafiro?
Un diamante. Uno muy extraño. Ya quiero que me dibujes como a tus chicas francesas. Usando esto.
Si quieres.
Usando solo esto.
All right. What is that movie, Wesley?
Not a clue.
Okay. All right.
Ibichet thinks he knows it.
I know.
Oh, do you know it?
I do. Yep.
Well, you speak Spanish.
Yeah, I do.
You told
Yeah.
us yesterday.
Yeah.
It took 6 years. to
Write
speak
down
it.
your guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you got it. I bet you do. All right, Tim. Tim, do you speak fluent Spanish?
No.
Okay. Listen closely. We'll play it again for you. What's this movie?
Qué grande. ¿Qué es un zafiro?
Un diamante. Uno muy extraño. Ya quiero que me dibujes como a tus chicas francesas. Usando esto.
Si quieres.
Usando solo esto.
All right, Tim. What's the movie to win the Corona Prize Pack for Cinco de Mayo?
I don't know.
Oh, man. No.
We only accept that in Spanish.
No.
No sé.
No sé. You say that a lot in class.
All the time. No sé.
Senor Cristobal? No sé.
No sé.
No sé.
No sé, senora.
Everybody answered that. No sé.
sé.
No, except it'd be
No
like,
sé, señorita.
we'd go, no sé. Didn't sound like no,
No
sé.
say.
No
No say. God. What a high school class that is. The poor woman's up there trying her best.
Trying her
She's-
best. The beautiful culture
Yes.
and
Senor Cristobal?
No
say.
No sé.
All the
I
time.
don't want to admit to anything, but you say that a lot if you're in a sticky situation in Tijuana.
No sé.
No say bribery.
No say.
No say back
No
home.
say. We have John on the phone. John, do you speak fluent Spanish?
Could you define fluent?
Close enough.
Took it in
All
high
right.
school.
Okay,
All
now
right.
that might be a winner
Close
here.
enough.
Let's see. Let's play it one more time.
Qué grande. ¿Qué es un zafiro?
Un diamante. Uno muy extraño. Ya quiero que me dibujes como a tus chicas francesas. Usando esto.
Si quieres.
Usando solo esto.
All right. We got a Corona Prize Pack riding on this. What do you think, John?
Let's see. My Fair Lady.
It is not My Fair Lady. No, but that's the first guess we've even had. How about that guy yesterday gets Jaws off the
rip.
Off the
Instantly.
top. And now this one, no. Dallas, do you speak fluent Espanol?
No way, Jose.
All right. Do you need to hear the movie again, or do you want to just give it to us?
What the heck? I have no idea. I'm going to say When Harry Met Sally.
It is not.
Okay.
When Harry Met
Now we're
Sally.
getting into the spirit of things.
It's one of my favorites, though, When Harry Met Sally. That's a great movie. Best rom-com.
Ooh.
Oh. Podcast.
Okay.
Yep.
Go back.
Mike, are you ready? Do you speak fluent Spanish?
No, sir.
All right. Do you know that movie? You need to hear it again.
Can I hear one more time?
All right. One more time now. What is it?
Qué grande. ¿Qué es un zafiro?
Un diamante. Uno muy extraño. Ya quiero que me dibujes como a tus chicas francesas. Usando esto.
Si quieres.
Usando solo esto.
All right, Mike. What's the movie?
Gone with the Wind.
It is not. Gone with the Wind. My goodness.
We're naming movies with men and women in them, which is
That's
which is a
smart.
good start.
That's smart, right?
You know, that's a good clue.
My Fair Lady and so When Harry Met Sally.
Good dialogue.
Justin, what's the movie?
It's Titanic.
It is Titanic.
That's nice. What is it, a sapphire?
A diamond. A very rare diamond. Jack, I want you to draw me like one of your French girls. Wearing this.
All right.
Wearing only this.
All right. Do you speak fluent Spanish, Justin?
I know how to ask for alcohol in Spanish. That's about it.
Well, you did well there. You did well. If you listen very close, she says Jack in it. Did you
The
get
The
first time
giveaway
that-
was Chica Francesas.
like your French girls.
Which
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
very common.
Yeah.
Well,
people
and she
say
said
that all the time.
diamante, which I thought almost sounds like diamond.
That's diamond.
That is yeah.
See, he says, what is it, a sapphire? He's like, sapphire? Let's hear it one more time. And he says sapphire, and then she goes, diamante.
Qué grande.
It's very, so that's like how large or how nice,
yeah.
I guess. Que grande.
¿Qué es un zafiro?
Is it a sapphire? And then she goes,
Un diamante.
diamond.
A diamond.
Uno muy extraño. Jack, quiero que me dibujes como a tus chicas francesas.
Jack, I want you to draw me like one of your French girls. Yeah. And then he's like, okay,
Usando esto.
wearing this.
Si quieres.
Okay.
Usando solo esto.
Wearing
What's the
only.
word for okay? What does he
Wearing
say?
only. He says, I don't know what he said.
Yeah.
I will
It
or
was
yes?
like, I will. Probably I will.
And then the music in the background kind of gave it away too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at
Well,
that. BB Shea nailed it, by the way.
yeah, you got it.
It's too bad Dave isn't here because these so far we've had.
Jaws of
I
Titanic.
know, I
This is almost a
know.
game designed for you two.
I know. I wanted to, play. I wanted to play Titanic with Dave. He's not here.
No.
Yeah.
And he's not going to
BB
be
Shea
here
can do it in Spanish, but it's
Yeah.
not the same.
It's not the same. I'm sorry. It's just not. We
How do
played
you say
Titanic.
iceberg right ahead?
I almost got that, but it's like esbergo.
And remember, didn't we find out?
Alto.
Yeah.
Didn't we find out like many years ago? Dave is part Spanish as well.
Yeah, he is.
Mhm.
Which we
So this was all built for him.
born down Texas, which we had no
That's right.
idea. But that's not my favorite version of that scene. My favorite version was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Jack, I want you to draw me like one of your French girls. Wearing this.
All right.
Wearing only this.
That's how it's done.
Is that AI too?
I love it.
Yeah, that is AI. That is not actually Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Jack, I want you to draw me like one of your French girls. Wearing this.
All right.
Wearing only this.
There's an update, by the way. We have an update on something we talked about. This involves Titanic, probably 9 months ago. Remember this guy? He's a billionaire named Clive Palmer, and his dream for years is to make Titanic II.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
To take the same voyage. We played his audio. It's got to be 9 months ago, and he says, I'm getting this done.
You've been talking about this since you've had brown hair. Why should we believe you now?
Because I've got more money now. Why not do it? What am I going to do? I'm 70. I'm going to do it.
Here's the update. And he talked about it in 2012. He talked about it in 2018. You heard the reporters saying, come on, you've been talking about this since you had brown hair. And
oh, that's what he said.
Yeah, and now here's the update. And what he wants to do is make it like the original Titanic.
You'll be able to have Irish stew. You'll be able to go and do dancing. And when you're about one day out of New York Harbour, everybody was deloused. You could just strip off into your underpants and be disloused in front of another 2,000 people.
He said they're doing everything except the iceberg. Just like it. You want to do it?
That doesn't sound fun.
No, he wants to say, hey, we're going to delouse you. We're going to do everything except the iceberg will happen on Titanic. Same room sizes, everything.
No, is that one of those things that just everybody did coming to the U.S.?
Get deloused? You know, in the movie, remember that in the movie, he was coming on and they said, have you been deloused? And he's like, we're American. And the guy's like, all right, come on. Because, he was late getting on to the boat. Jack was. So anyhow, here's the update on this. That is happening. They will start.
Have they started construction?
They will start next year. In the first 3 months of next year, they will start. And the goal is to have it in the water by 2027. You can start buying tickets for June of 2027 is what he's saying.
Think they'll ever complete it? Do you think it'll ever see the sea?
Well, that was the question that reporter had.
You know there's already a Titanic II movie.
That's fiction. I'm not here to talk about fiction. I'm here to talk about reality. And the reality is that we're building the Titanic.
Clive, are we going to make it this time?
Yes, I think we will. With a bit of courage.
Really?
Yes, I'm very
sure?
confident we will.
Everybody's hating on this
Well, he
guy,
really pushed
dude.
it.
Well, apparently,
yeah.
it sounds like Clive's record, his track record,
right,
is
yeah.
spotty.
Well, he started in
Clive,
22.
we're not going to make it this time. Well,
Come on, bro.
Are you sure?
Come on,
Clive, please.
A little more aggressive. Yeah, we're going to do it.
Come
you
on,
sure?
Clive.
I've been to a lot of these press conferences, haven't I? Yes. So
known you since you had brown hair.
the
Clive.
word is he's doing it. He's starting construction next year, and it'll be in the water in 2027. That's the latest update from the billionaire Clive Palmer, whose dream is to make Titanic II.
Well, it could be an interesting documentary. A guy who has all this money.
Yeah.
And as you heard him say in one of those clips, what else am I going to do?
Right, exactly.
He loves Titanic more than you.
You gonna go do it? You thinking about doing the voyage?
Nah, I just like the movie.
No, you would never.
No.
I think doing the exact same room size, that would be terrible. Like,
Well-
I think it's obviously it was a luxury ship back in 1912, but compared to stuff today, it was so small.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a third of the size of the ships today.
Yeah.
And
And you're right, the rooms would be tiny
Yes.
on the original.
No, of course. I mean, especially the ones like the steerage. I mean, down in third
Yes,
class or
yeah.
whatever. Now
Sleeping on a hammock.
Yeah. I mean,
With 3 other dudes.
now the nice ones, like where Jack and Rose were.
Yeah, I'm sure they had decent-sized staterooms.
That was at least, again, I know everything about Titanic from the movie.
I don't, and only the movie.
And yeah, that's right.
Although you did touch ice once, so you do know what that's about.
I went to the Titanic Museum in Pigeon Forge, and I touched the ice and the cold water for this. And let me tell you what, it was cold.
I'm not gonna believe this. Ice is cold.
It was
even in
it was
Tennessee.
really, really cold.
What a way to honor those who lost their lives in the Titanic.
Thank you.
With a inflatable museum.
Now, and it is inflatable. It is inflatable completely. It's probably not there anymore. They just pulled the pin on it. And that's it. And that's it. Everything goes away. Here's one for you, BB Shea. You probably know John Sterling, the
Yankees announcer.
Yankees play-by-play announcer who just retired about 10 days ago. Suddenly, in the middle of the season, some were thinking, is his health really bad? Because he all of a sudden just like, I'm retired. But he says no. He just says it was time to call it a day, and that was it. I mean, he has health challenges, but he said
So he did opening day and a couple of games, and then said that's it.
Yeah, that was it. It was like the first week of the season. If you don't know him, this is his signature call.
Now, Chapman is ready to go. It'll be a 1-2 to Moreland. And the pitch struck him out swinging. Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Ugh.
Iconic.
God, I hate it. I hate that call right there. I absolutely loathe. But I told Chris Demm this morning, now that he's retired and I've heard more from him and everything, it's like I like the guy. You know, I like him because he was real. Here's another instance where something happened, and you can't script baseball, of course.
And now the 3-2 swung on. A pop foul back here. Ow! 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 It really hit me. I didn't know it was coming back that far.
Time for him to retire.
Yeah. Does that happen to almost every play-by-play announcer?
Ow.
Ball back in the booth?
Probably in the booth. I don't know how often they get hit. I mean, he really got hit. He got tagged with that. A lot of people are saying, here's what happened. They honored him at Yankee Stadium the other day. They brought him out on the field. His family was there, and they put his face on. He was on the cover of both New York, the big newspapers there. He was on the screen. Of course, the day was dedicated to him. But a lot of people said the gift they gave him to John Sterling as he left seemed like a last minute, we got to get him something, because they gave him an 83-inch television. And a lot of people are saying...
From The Wiz?
Yeah. A lot of people said one of the staffers just stopped at Best Buy or The Wiz and grabbed the TV on the way to the stadium. And it was like sitting out there with him. It was like a TV in a big box.
Yeah, I mean, he did retire all of a sudden.
He did.
It's not like they had a chance to get something made for him.
True.
Yeah, but I mean, you can get something engraved.
Maybe,
You'd think. They got him a TV.
Or a silver bat or something.
Yeah.
He says...
A Sterling silver bat.
There we go.
Right. Now, this is John Sterling, who's the announcer for the Yankees. He says he lives in an apartment in New Jersey with his family, and he says, I don't have a wall big enough to hang it on.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's no place in my
TV's too big.
He has no spot for it. He literally said, I have no spot for that. But, and I thought Chris Demm would really appreciate this. He did a podcast the other day where he had announced his retirement and everything. So he's on this podcast, and they ask, how did the day go? But you're going to especially love the end of it, because the podcaster says, what do you think about podcasts?
I was blown away. I'm blown away by 45,000 people chanting my name, too.
Yeah.
Gee, all of that was great. And I thought it was kind of funny. My homely face was on the cover of both newspapers.
Well, you deserve it. I thank you for all of your years entertaining me as the Yankee voice. I thank you for doing this podcast. Do you have any opinion on podcasts while we're wrapping this up?
There's a lot of talk.
It's a lot of talk.
I like him more now.
That was the end of it.
He's never been more right.
Yeah.
Maybe BB Shea. We should have him as our first guest on the Square and the Round.
Just talk a lot.
John Sterling. It's a lot of talk for no reason at all. For no reason. So that's John Sterling running off into the sunset now.
So was there an opening?
I guess it
in
probably
the Yankees broadcast booth?
I think that I'm not sure of this, but I believe they had another guy do sometimes like middle innings or like road games, and so I bet you he's taking.
But is that a slot for someone else to move up into that position? Perhaps
probably so. Although
young BB Shea,
there you are.
No.
Although younger guys will do the road and the home games and just do the whole game until they get older. I know Vin Scully there at the end. He was only doing games in Los Angeles, and they hired somebody else to do it. And now that guy took over for everything, but. John Sterling is in his, I think he's like 86. Wow. He's getting up there, so he finally retired after many years of doing Yankee games. Quick crime note here, and we referenced this earlier today. A thief in Southern California has made off with over $1,100 of deodorant out of a Target there, and he just apparently wished it into a bag and left almost $1,200 of deodorant.
Deodorant's expensive, man. You want good stuff.
So it must be the whole row.
It was. So what does he do with this now? Does he sell it to what, like a flea market or something?
Flea market or Facebook Marketplace?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any of those. And he could set up a table at the flea market
and sell it.
Yeah.
And it's stolen goods.
If you drive past flea markets, and I do, a lot of times you'll see just detergent.
I drove by one this
Go to yard
weekend.
sales.
Yeah.
Detergent.
And you think some of the items are stolen?
Yeah, they're all hot.
Yeah, I can't prove it.
Okay, you said Biggie said his father used to run Eckerd Drugs, a drugstore that was bought out by Rite Aid or someone. But and you said that he would say that's from my store.
We would go to the flea market and he'd be like, it still has the tag on it.
Right.
It says Eckerd's with the price.
Yeah.
And then he'd say, no, get that. That's a really good price.
That's better than my discount.
Cough medicine is expensive.
Yeah, of course. Do you think that some of the deodorants, which we talked about earlier, were those full body deodorants that now are being sold by Secret and
are they just with the other deodorants? Biggie?
I don't. Yeah, I mean it's all kind of run together now. But yeah, I mean and those are expensive. Deodorant, a decent deodorant is pricey.
Yeah, for sure. I'll get a 4-pack over at Costco's.
It is amazing too. It's one of those things where whether Dave would probably have thoughts about this, but when you buy, I use a stick deodorant and Degree. And so it's probably 6.5, 6 inches of tall,
right? Yeah,
and thin. And you roll it out. Yeah. But there's this much deodorant in it.
I know it's not as much
2
as you
inches.
think. It's not as much as you think.
Oh,
it's mostly that contraption.
Plastic
it's the contraption
and the wheel.
Yes. My deodorant Swagger.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Old Spice.
Old Spice Swagger.
Yeah, I'm an Arm & Hammer man.
Oh, really?
I got a staph infection under my arm.
Yeah. Arm & Hammer.
I got to use natural stuff.
Have you considered the full body deodorant?
No, not at all.
I haven't either, but
it's a lot of body to cover.
I see a lot. Biggie said it didn't work.
No. I think it's the biggest snake oil pitch of the year.
It's gone within an hour after you spray it on.
But that Lume woman, she is very graphic with her. She's on, Lume started it, and she said, look, more than my pit smell, my unmentionables, and she's like rubbing it on herself all over, you know.
Yeah, Secret has jumped in with both feet. It's like, put it on your vag, ladies. You stink.
1,000% they have.
Under your boobies, down there, you stink.
Everything stinks.
It's a fact. Yeah.
And there's a line. I know we don't have time to get into this because then we got to play the put up or shut up game.
Right.
But there's one of the lines in one of those commercials, and a woman says 4 out of 5 gynecologists recommend all over deodorant. And I think to myself, what? No gynecologist would mention that. You'd never want to put anything foreign down there.
No.
It's a self-cleaning device.
Do you think one of them, the one who disagreed, is just screaming from below?
No!
Do not do this!
Stop it!
Do not put this on your hoo-ha! They are. They're putting it on their hoo-ha.
They are.
Men,
rolling it under their boobies.
And I guess women are the primary, because Secret is for women.
Yeah.
And, of course, that Lume, I guess it's for men and women, but they really advertise it toward, it's a woman doing the ads.
I think women worry more about smelling than men.
Maybe that's right. Now, you put it all over, though, and you said it didn't work.
No, yeah. The pleasant scent wore off after an hour.
Right.
That's never had a chance.
That's right. Sending a boy to do a man's job there.